Hi everybody, my name is Carrie with Tiger Lily Designs. Happy FlossTube Friday to you. I'm back today for FlossTube episode number 2. I want to first thank you guys so much for your positive comments and feedback on last week's video. Super nervous doing it, super nervous putting it out there in the world, but you guys were so awesome and positive, and I felt the big warm hugs that you guys were giving me in your comments. And again, I just wanted to say thank you so much for subscribing, liking, taking the time to say some nice words to me. I really appreciate it. So today I've got a little bit of a format. If you see me looking down, I've got a list right there underneath my camera, so hopefully I can stay on point, keep it going, get you guys through some fun cross stitch with some whips. I have a couple FFOs, sneak peek, surprise. They're all right here behind me, but I'll go in the details about them later on. Some hauls. I've got the giveaway from last week to announce, as well as I've got a new giveaway for this week. And then I'm going to go into plans. So hopefully you'll stick around. I'll try to make it short and sweet, but give you lots of information. So first thing I wanted to do is give you all a little life chat. That's something I'm going to try to do in the front of every single one of my FlossTube videos, because to be honest, I really enjoy the little life updates that some of the other FlossTubers give. You know, I feel like I get to know you guys. You become my friend from across the Google. So I wanted hopefully to start develop those relationships with you guys. So I'm going to do a little top 3 about me this week. Again, short and sweet. Top 3. Number 1, I'm going to say, hopefully without crying, that I got a lot going on in my outside life right now. Today marks 1 week until I take my son to his freshman year in college. Okay, so again, not gonna cry, but I am gonna cry. Okay, so I'm taking my son to his freshman year in college. It's gonna be 9 hours away from me. I'm super excited about the adventure he's going on, but holy cow, is it pulling at my mom heartstrings right now. So I got a lot going on with that. In the studio, a surprise happened this week. Unexpected surprise. Gotta love those. One of my big Mac Daddy sewing machine decided to go wah, wah, wah. So off to the service repairman it goes. And I decided to pull the trigger on something new. So next week, you guys will see what that's about. And then the last of my top 3 is I found a new local to me antique mall that was super fun and jam-packed. I got a couple things to show you guys in haul that I picked up there. So it was super great. All right, so the next part, let's get into stitching, shall we? We're gonna do some whips. I've got 3 whips. Since I'm doing these every Friday, I've only got 1 week. So, you know, I have a life, I'm a mom. I have a day job, I have another day job, so there's not a lot of stitching time, but I do try to stitch every day. So I've got 3 whips to show you guys. One of them is from last week, but I made a lot of progress, so I wanted to show you. So this is the Plum Street Sampler Salt Box Houses. Whoops, upside down. I'm doing, if you didn't watch last week, let's do a little refresher. I'm doing all 4 seasons on one big piece. So far, I've got winter, and this week I finished this big blue beast of a house in the spring section. So I'm ready to move on to summer. If you're unfamiliar with those patterns, let me show them to you real quick. Again, Plum Street Sampler, winter salt boxes. Then we've got the summer. So that's what I'm going to start working on next week. Maybe. We'll see if I stick with it. Autumn salt boxes. And the spring. Oh, there it is. And then the spring. So I'm really loving these. I'm doing all the called for floss. It's on a hand dyed by me piece of Aida. So what else do I have? So another Plum Street You know, in the mix of all the big ones I got going on, I like to mix in a couple smalls just so you get the fulfillment of a start and a finish within a short period of time rather than it spanning months or even years. Don't get me started. But, so the one I started, new start this week, was another Plum Street. Yep, I'm getting ready for Christmas. Mary 3. Sorry about the label sticker in the way, but Mary 3. So I started this one just last night, actually, watching some Netflix with my daughter. She just got back from the beach with her grandparents. But so this is on a 20 count vintage country mocha by Picture This Plus. I'm not using any of the called for flosses. It was one of those things where they called for this and I did my own little conversions. You can see in pencil I wrote what I'm switching to. I switched almost all of them. Just because it was let's use what I got in my stash. So that's what I did. At the same time, I went ahead and ordered Mary 1 and Mary 2. So I've got my next couple of smalls ready to go lined up, but I'm going to finish one at a time. And the last one that I ended up working on this week, I pulled her out to get a few more color stitches in. This is Leela, I forget which is the right way to say it. A Quaker's Welcome. So again, I'm doing my own color conversion on this one using all Miss Sadis silks. And this is where I am with her right now. Again, it's on an Aida. Yep. I need to get better about writing down what exactly I'm using because I don't think my notes tell me. They sure don't. It is a 14 or 16, I couldn't tell you. But I converted, like I said, everything is Miss Sadis silk, and it is so, so yummy. I went ahead and I think my conversion is in Instagram. If you guys are interested, the main color, I can tell you that I use, oh, here you go. So my Miss Sadis conversion. So that she calls for DMCs or weeks, and I went ahead and changed it to these Miss Sadis. I don't know if you remember, but last week I told you I got the full, complete mini skein color collection from Miss Sadis last December, and I just love it. And so any opportunity when I have a piece that I can go ahead and pull something, do my own little color swap, and make it work, I try to do that. And I'm really enjoying that one. Unfortunately, that one's going to have to go in timeout right now because the deep black gray onyxy color is number 73 Miss Sadis, and I've run out. So because they're only mini skeins and I'm using 2 threads, it runs out pretty quickly. So it did. So now what do I've got? All right, so let's go on to whips, you guys. So I don't know if you saw this week, between last week's floss tube and this week's floss tube, on Tuesday, I put out a finish with me video because I finished this guy. I decided that, you know, I'm just going to get into it and start doing these things with you. So on Tuesday, I got all my pieces ready and I framed this up. And so there's a video, if you've never done a framing using a thrift store frame, I painted it. It's on foam board. I did the stretching and the pinning. It's got batting underneath it, all the things that shows you in that video. If you reference back to the last one I did, this is the pattern by Hello from Liz Matthews. You're going to see a theme today with my 3 FFOs. I can tell you that I am a super fan of Liz Matthews. So today I decided, well, if I'm going to show you one, I might as well show you 3. So this is Quaker Snowflakes. It's definitely on Liz Matthews' website. You can go check it out and grab it from her in PDF. The second one, so I finished this. Sorry for the glare. This one I did do in glass. So this one is called, let me reference back. This one's called Quaker Pumpkins. Yeah, I'm a Quaker junkie too. Well, at least all the Quakers that Liz Matthews does, for sure. This was one of the ones that I first picked up back in the fall. I went ahead and it's all the Cold Flood colors of floss, beautiful Weeks Dye Works colors on a natural 14 count. And then again, because I framed myself, it took some time for me to find the right frame for this one because it's such a long, skinny size. I'm a thrift store framer, and so I like to use that framing money that I would have spent on a custom frame. Instead of doing that, I go ahead and save it to buy more fabric, more patterns, more floss, more fabric, more sewing, all the things. So instead, I saved my money in the framing. And so this was a frame that I got at Hobby Lobby. It was something in there already done art. It had some picture. I don't even remember what it was. Again, I posted it on Instagram. I'm a big Instagrammer. I was before YouTube. I'm going to try to do both at the same time. But if you ever see anything that I bring back up and you're like, I wonder when she started that or what it did, go back to my Instagram. It will show you. I try to do a little more updates on the Instagram. So I did a quick little time-lapse video showing you when I finished this, and it would show you the Hobby Lobby sticker. It was in the clearance department. So unfortunately, I don't think you're going to be able to find it, but it was the perfect size for this bad boy. So I can't wait to bring this one out come autumn season. And then the last one I wanted to show you was this cute little Dobo pillow that I finished. It's on a 14 count, dyed by me, Ada. It's this custom, it was one of these things where I had done the fabric. I was experimenting with this new dyeing, it's called ink dye. So you're actually dyeing in the sun. So rather than doing RIT dye and you put it in the jar and let it sit for 15 minutes and then you've got, blue fabric like you did with this one, RIT dye. This is called Inco dye, or I'll reference it. I'll link it down below at least and tell you guys. But it's like a luminous sun exposure ink. So you put it in this, you soak the fabric and then you put it out in the sun. And it's magic. Like I'll have to show you guys how it does. But it was a combination of 2 or 3 of the colors, pinks and purples. And so it's kind of got like a modeling, but really it's just the sun and the folds and the fabric. It was really, really fun. So Liz Matthews this year in 2021 is doing Celebration Smalls. And so if you're part of her newsletter, this is like a Liz Matthews commercial. If you're part of her newsletter, she's sending out a couple of these smalls. I don't know, 1 per quarter maybe. This was one of the first ones. This is the first one I stitched of hers that I really, really liked. And so I finished it into a Dobo. It's got, lizard litter inside. So it's got some heft to it, kind of like a cornhole thing, but not. I put this yummy purple velvet on the back. And of course, Lady Dot Creates mini pom-pom on it. Used Silks for You white floss because I bought a hank of it. So I use it pretty often. If you see me stitching in white, more times than not, it's going to be Silks for You floss. But that was the finish I did on that one. So I wanted to show you guys that. All right. Woo, I feel like I'm racing today. I was told though I was a little chatty last time. Although, I can watch an hour-long video. So hopefully I'm not going too fast. But because I wanted to be doing these updates every week, I'm going to try to keep them short and sweet. So we did the whips, we did the FFOs. Now we're going to go to haul. So I got two haul trips for you. One was I went to my local to me needlework shop. So the local to me needlework shop is In Stitches in Alexandria. Super cute store. I mean, I don't even know how long it's been there, but the ladies in there were so nice. And so what did I pick up? Well, buy all the blackbirds because Brenda and Laura told you to. And so this was one that I hadn't seen stitched in a while. And I was prepping for the Blackbird weekend that they did. As you can see, I didn't get it started during Blackbird weekend, but I bought all the accoutrement for it. So she's ready to go, ready for me to stitch up whenever I want to start. I got all the called for floss. Ooh, actually, I think I subbed some, but we'll get to it when I stitch it. So this is most of the Gentle Arts threads. Super yummy. Like I said, I think I subbed, but maybe I didn't. And then I'm using Picture This Plus 16 count fawn. I can tell you this one still got the label on it. So that was my stitching haul. I had to get a couple flosses for something else. It's already in the bins, but that's something I held out separate to show you guys. And then the next one, I was telling you guys how I found a new antique mall. Emmitsburg, Maryland. It was about an hour away. Super cute antique mall. I wasn't looking for anything particular. It was just one of those, let's see what's going on, check it out. So I found a couple of things. So fun. These scissors, do you see how long they are? They don't have any brand name on them, but the detail on the handles were just something I couldn't pass up. Made in the USA. I thought they would just be super cute from some social media posts. But my big find was something that I'm going to call Save the Stitches. I mean, can you really? It is beautiful. Hand point, needle point. I mean, it looks like cross stitch. Could be called cross stitch. I don't know. But the detail work on these pieces were just phenomenal. I mean, I just sat down on the floor in this antique mall and dug through this bin of gorgeous vintage linens to pick the two that had to come home with me. Okay, and so now you're like, Carrie, that's gorgeous, super great. Whoops, super great. What are you gonna do with those? Well, this is where the excitement happens. I am going to take these, rather than leaving them as table linens, because I don't need fancy antique linen. It's just not part of my everyday. But what is part of my everyday? Project bags. So what am I going to do? I am going to take the individual motifs and highlight them, have them be the focal points, the focal pieces in some project bags. And I'm super excited about it. There are so many, I'm going to estimate about 15 focal pieces. I'm going to try to use every stitch in something, whether it's a project bag, a little thread keep bag, whatever it is. I'm going to make some for me and some for you. So come back. The last thing I got was something I'm going to show you in the giveaway, because I got it. I was going to use it for something else. I had it in my mind, but then I decided, you know what? That's not going to do what I wanted to do, but I still want to save these stitches. And so I'm going to give it away to you guys. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the giveaways. So let's review. Last week, oh, there they are. Last week, the giveaway was, who wants to be my project bag twin? If you remember, these are 15 by 15 project bags, lined, batting, patchwork, sewn by me. The only difference is one's a pink zipper and one's an orange zipper. You had to use the word gumball in your comment to be registered for the giveaway. And so this morning I did the YouTube random comment generator and got our winner, and Diane Williscraft. What a cool last name. Diane Williscraft. I'll go ahead and pop her comment right here if I figure out how to do that in editing. If it's not there, then just ignore. But I'm going to try to put her comment right here for you guys. She won. She commented, lovely, lovely comment. Like I said, the comments last week, every morning I woke up and read them and smiled. But Diane, what I need you to do down in the box below is my contact information, my email. Send me your email. And in that saying, I'm Diane, I win. And give me your shipping address and I will get, and don't forget to tell me, pink or orange. And I will get this beauty in the mail to you. So that was last week's giveaway. I can't wait for this to get to Diane. I hope you're excited. So this week I wanted to do another giveaway. I think giveaways are super fun. I just think it's fun to share the stash, share the love, share all the stitching. So this week I wanted to do something a little different. As I was telling you, this is kind of like a created by me. So I did not create the pattern. Liz Matthews created the pattern. It's one of her freebies. So it's a celebration small. It's a freebie listed on her website now. Originally, you had to be part of her newsletter to get the pattern. Now she has all the freebies on her website. Again, I'll link it down below. If you get something from her, tell her that Carrie from Tiger Lily sent you. So what if you wanted to make one just like me? You're in luck, because I have cut and prepared a custom Finish Like Me kit for you. All you have to do is add the free Hello from Liz Matthews Hope pattern, which looks like this. The backside is the actual pattern, so I'm not going to show it to you. You have to go to our website, but it's a one-page PDF-er. You print it out. So what do you get? You get a much bigger than you need, really, piece of 14 count, but it's shrunk, so it's more like 16 count Aida. Like I said, super funky, the modeling. It's double, see, this is the other side. This was the side that wasn't light. It was such a crazy dye technique. But so you get a piece of this. You get a piece of the purple velvet that I used. Plenty big. And then you're also going to get 6 yards of the Silks For You white floss that I used. And enough Lady Dot Creates mini pom-pom. So you can do a Finish Like Me dough bowl pillow. So this is your kit. What you're going to do to enter into this giveaway is use the word hope. I just think it's such a great sentiment year-round. Love it. It sits on this table in my main room. I just love it. So hopefully you're excited about that kit. So that is going to be my first giveaway. And then the second one is the one I told you about from the Antique Mold. So I originally had got it. I had ideas of something I was going to use it for, but changed my mind. But I thought, well, somebody out in floss tube land might love it. Is this not gorgeous? It's not cross stitch. I know. So you got to like think out of the box. I guess it's yarn, needle point. I don't even know. If you know what this craft is called, please comment down below. It's like a plasticky type material, kind of meshy plasticky, but as you can see, it's yarn. I mean, it's thick yarn that it's stitched with. And I mean, it's got the color palettes. It is rocking some 70s color palettes, which, you know, everything old is new again. And it is stitched gorgeously, finished, ready to go. It measures 14 inches square. So you can make a pillow coverette. All the options are endless. So if this is something that you might be interested in, I want you to use the word star. I don't want to say stitching. Let's use star to enter in the giveaway to win this. So hopefully that's something exciting for you guys. Okay, so let me just tell you about my plans. First of all, I will not be back next Friday. I know I promised every Friday, but next Friday, like I mentioned in my live chat portion of the video, I will be at my son's college, schlepping up his stuff up the first flight of stairs to his first apartment, and then driving and crying all the way 9 hours home. So that's my Friday next week. I won't be back. But I will be back the following Friday, and that's when I will do the giveaway. So you've got 2 weeks to enter for this week's giveaways. My apologies that it's not every week, but you know, life happens. I do have, though, I will try to get out 2 videos next week, not floss tubes, a little different. Like I mentioned also in my live chat, something new is coming to the studio that I'm going to show you guys when it arrives. And then I also have another idea of a finished with me video, so that I want you guys to maybe see how, I haven't decided what we're going to finish yet. Maybe it's going to be a double pillow. Maybe it's going to be something else. You'll have to come back and see. So my plans for this week, I'm going to get a little more stitching in on the Plum Street Sampler Mary 3. Try to get a finish on that. You know, that those smalls take you, if you can dedicate some time, they only take a couple days. And you really enjoy doing, and when I do pillow finishes, I like to do 2 or 3 at a time. So right now I've got one ready to go, lined up with some orange velvet for the back of that one. It's gonna be fun and funky. And so I want to get at least 1 or 2 more pillows ready to go, so I can finish all 3 at the same time. And then maybe I'll work on some of those project bags. You know, taking some of those Save the Stitches, gorgeous. I just haven't figured out. I got to find the right fabric and how I'm going to highlight them. How I'm going to make these the focal point of these project bags or needle books, or probably all of the above. We'll just have to see. Maybe I'll have some next time for you to see. Who knows? But again, thanks so much for coming and checking out my video. I would love it if you would like and subscribe and share with your friends. I'm really trying to make new friends and share what I I've been doing studio sewing for almost 20 years now. So I've got a little bit of things to share, and hopefully you find it helpful. So thanks so much for coming back. Have a great day.